With Star Wars Episode 9 due to give fans a lot of shocking surprises and twists and turns here and there, a lot of people are expecting big things to happen in this movie. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, ever since The Force Awakens, we were introduced to the 4 new characters of this trilogy, of course that being Kylo Ren, Rey, Poe, and Finn. Now, looking at the very ending of The Force Awakens, alright, we saw that major battle between both Rey, Kylo, and Finn, and I gotta say, that was probably the best lightsaber duel in the sequel trilogy so far, because, well, in The Last Jedi, we really didn't get a legitimate duel per se. So going into Episode 9, a lot of people are questioning the character of Finn. Exactly what will he be doing in this movie? We do know that it's going to take some time after the events of The Last Jedi. Rey has the sacred Jedi texts. She's been reading them. C-3PO has been translating them to her due to the Poe Dameron comics, informing us about that. And looking at the character of Finn, a lot of people have been wondering, will he have a lightsaber in this movie? Or will he ever use a lightsaber again in Star Wars Episode 9. Perhaps he will be a Jedi? We don't know. But there's a huge hint, all thanks to John Boyega on his Twitter account. If you guys want to go ahead and check out that post, that little screenshot, it will be linked below in the comments section and in the description. Go ahead and check that out. Now, a fan was actually asking John Boyega something very interesting, saying this. So the fan actually questioned John Boyega and said this: "Hopefully my man John Boyega will truly shine in 9, and the Finn character will be shown as the badass hero I've been waiting for him to be since 7. And hopefully he'll wield a saber again." John Boyega states this, "And this is how it all went down," and then goes on to say, "We've got you in this, bro. Trust me." So that's what John Boyega had to say in response to the fan that was actually asking about John Boyega's character Finn in Episode 9, and him actually using a lightsaber once again. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I am getting instant images in my head of a rematch between both Kylo Ren and Finn. Now, to me, that would be the ultimate thing to do in Episode 9, something that I think a lot of fans would love to see. I personally like the battle between both Finn and Kylo and Rey. What I think would be the ultimate way to go is to have a 3-way lightsaber duel similar to what we saw in The Phantom Menace between both Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Darth Maul. How about we do something similar in a sense between both Finn and Rey going up against Kylo Ren himself? That to me would be the perfect way in order to create a little parallel of The Phantom Menace of a 3-way lightsaber duel. They also did this in Revenge of the Sith as well between Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Count Dooku. So there's a lot of things in store for Episode 9 for sure. Now, I think a good question to ask right now is, if Finn uses a lightsaber in Episode 9, will it be the repaired Skywalker lightsaber, or is Finn going to have his very own lightsaber in Star Wars Episode 9 that was constructed from Rey? Now, like I say, Rey has the sacred Jedi texts. She most likely plans on creating a new generation of Jedi. This was hinted by Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi, when he told Kylo Ren, "And I will not be the last Jedi." Of course, that hints towards Rey, but we do know that Rey isn't going to live forever, so somehow, some way, the generation of the Jedi have to be created. You know, the Jedi have to be recreated by Rey, and I think that that is how Episode 9 is going to end. Either it's going to be open-ended, showing us that the Jedi Order is restored, or by the time Episode 9 comes around, we see that the Jedi Order is already a thing, and a new generation of Jedi have already been created from the very start of this movie, perhaps, and that could explain why this movie is going to have the most characters out of every Star Wars film. Now, John Boyega's Finn being a Jedi in Episode 9, I think would be pretty cool. Having numerous Jedi in a Star Wars film is something that we haven't necessarily seen for a very long time, since the prequel trilogy era. You know, we really haven't seen, like, more than 2 Jedi on the screen at one time in a Star Wars film for so very long. So episode 9 has a lot to offer, and I think that the fact that John Boyega's Finn, you know, his character has a lot of action sequences in this movie, the fact that he's working with Daisy Ridley a lot in this film tells us another thing as well. Maybe he is going to be the quote-unquote Padawan or trainee, if you will, of Rey as a Jedi. I think that would be pretty cool personally. Maybe it's unrealistic, yes, but I think that they could pull it off if they execute things the right way on screen. But nonetheless, guys, that's what John Boyega had to say to that fan that actually was asking about Finn and if he will ever wield a lightsaber again in episode 9 and if he's going to be that character that will shine in episode 9. Boyega simply said, "We've got you in this one, bro. Trust me." So that to me sounds like he's very optimistic about his character. John Boyega put this in all caps, trust, T-R-U-S-T, all in caps, so that tells us that something huge is coming our way for the character of Finn, and I personally cannot wait. I'm really curious as to how J.J. Abrams is really going to end the sequel trilogy with all of these main characters. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.